Hey there, YouTube. This is Mr.Lubufu, and I am here with, well, more modern master speculation. Now, there's a lot going on, and I figured I would do something that I don't think anyone else has done, and that's speculate on sub-themes of modern masters. Now, something we saw in original modern masters was each color pair had some sort of archetype to it. So you had storm or saprolings or whatever was going on, right? So there were all these different archetypes, and between that and the Vintage Masters, which was an online only release, we sort of see that Wizards likes incorporating this in these sort of reprint sets, these sort of sub themes to help the limited environment thrive. So I'd figure I'd go over the 10 color combinations and the archetypes that they have available to them and that are most likely, starting with, well, blue white. So blue white has Merfolk. It was completely untouched in the previous Modern Masters, and there's plenty to go from. You've got some of the levelers from Rise of Eldrazi. You've got Curse Catcher and Mirror Silvergill Adept from Lorwyn block, and Shadowmoor block as well. Mostly Lorwyn though, because blue white was the color used in Lorwyn. And then you also have like Stony Brook Schoolmaster, Sig River Guide, Wake Thrasher, all of these like untouched Merfolk. They could also put any of the Merfolk Lords. And Merfolk is, a tier 2 deck in Modern, so having pieces of it, unlikely, but still possible. Now we have Black-Red, which I think will be vampires. At least Black in Zendikar block had a pretty strong vampire sub-theme with Bloodghast, Gatekeeper of Malakir, Colostria Highborn, Vampire X-Mage, but we also have some of the more obscure ones, Miri the Cursed, and of course Vampire Nighthawk, originally from World Wake, of course. Not much in the red vampires, in the sense that most of the red vampires came from Innistrad block. They were almost primarily mono black before then, but it still is a color combination that they can incorporate some things with. Red whites, I'm calling it Artifacts Matter because they have two Mirrodin blocks to pull from. Red white in Scars of Mirrodin was very strictly, or like one of the best archetypes was red white Metalcraft. Galvanic Blast, Auriok Sunchase just as commons, but Tempered Steel as well because of Glinthawk Idol, Etched Champion, Darksteel Axe, Cthulhu Forge Master, Mimic Vat, Mox Opal, Phyrexian Metamorph, Spellskite, all these things. Metamorph is also you say, oh, they're blue, but they're still Artifacts Matter. But we also have stuff from the original Mirrodin, like a Tog. Would be a decent card to reprint if they go that deep in the artifacts. So certainly an archetype that I feel that they will incorporate. Next you have black. No, it's not supposed to be black-white. It's green-white. Silly me. Green-white I think is going to be elves. If they want to follow this, like they could do tokens again, but elves just seem so much stronger. You've got Devoted Druid, which makes me like if they put Devoted Druid, I think there's gonna be a -1/-1 counter sub theme running around. Persist, certainly one of those cards that can do it. They're not gonna have +1/+1 counters and -1/-1 counters, which is why I think they're just gonna stick with -1/-1 counters. But you have like Azuri and Glissa as the random legends that they like to throw in. They had a whole bunch of random legends, remember, in original Modern Masters. There's also commons and uncommons like Heritage Druid, Imperious Perfect, Nettle Sentinel. Then of course they can have some random rares. Oracle of Moldiah, Risk the Redeemed, Wiltleaf Leech actually saw some sideboard play in Modern, so certainly have another possibility. I think green-white might be elves because black-green, the other pairing for elves, I think might be Infect. As I said, -1/-1 counters play very... like it makes persist creatures slightly weaker, which is why they had this whole sub-theme in the original Lorwyn block. And if they include Infect, there's like Glistener Elf or an Inkmoth Nexus. There's not much like I really wanted to put here, just they're the green-black commons they could just throw in there. I'm not sure how much they want to include it, but it's certainly a possibility. Now for green-red, I think it might be like landfall ramp sort of strategy. So you could have Colony Heart Expedition, Wall of Roots, Explore, Harrow, Overgrown Battlement, combined with cards like Plated Geopede or Searing Blaze with landfall, and then maybe some large dragons. I don't think Avenger of Zendikar is going to be here because I don't think they want to waste a mythic slot on it. Even though the card's quite fun to play, I don't think it's good enough for Modern Masters. They certainly could include some giant dragons at rare, that sort of thing. Certainly a possibility. Of course, with all the Praetors, Vorniclex and Urabrask also go well. Blue-green might be an enchantment sub-theme, because they have a whole bunch of cards they could take advantage of. There's like Awakening Zone, Fertile Ground, which sees some modern play. I put the Fable of Wolf and Owl on there, just on there. I highly doubt it actually will be reprinted. But Heartbeat of Spring, Helix Pinnacle, Keen Sense, Mana Reflection, Spider Umbra, Threads of Disloyalty. There's a whole bunch of enchantments that can go into this, and they can certainly do a lot with it. I think it's certainly a thing. Here's hoping they print Mind Control. Blue-red might be a tempo burn combo sort of thing. I don't think it's going to be a formal archetype like last time in that sort of sense. We have plenty of bounce creatures like Ether Adept and Burns Belts, Arc Trail, Browbeat, Char. I think Scry is going to be one of the mechanics they touch on decently, with Condescend and Serum Visions being prominent commons that they can print. Cryptic Command, I think, might be coming back. I'd be a little surprised if they didn't. But then they also have access to print Deceiver Exarch Splinter Twin. They did print Pestermite Kinky Jiggy last time. I would not be surprised if they did that again. Blue-black might be mill, or it might just be control elements. I'm not sure about that one. I mean, Glimpse is reaching the sort of insane point, but also reaches this point where like, hey, look, landfall is still a thing, so we get to sort of have this cross synergy. If someone wanted to do, say, Rug Landfall, which I know Wizards likes their cross synergy. Ambassador Laquatus I put on here because it's a merfolk, right? Again, this sort of cross synergy has some nice interactions, I think. Next we have white-black, which might be life gain, life loss. Sort of this balance between the two. So you can have Bitter Blossom, Dark Confidant as cards that lose you life, but then you have Blind Hunter, Daybreak Covenant as an enchantment. Again, more overlap. And Faith Sweaters, same sort of thing. That sort of gain you the life back. Martyr of Sands, maybe Pillory of the Sleepless. All these sort of things that are that they have access to. In addition, they might touch on allies. I don't think they want to do too much from just Scars and Zendikar block, but it's certainly an option. Anyway, this is again purely speculation, though I think my speculation is normally decently sound. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Rate, comment, subscribe, and be sure to keep your eyes open for more Modern Masters content. Thank you all for watching.